Hi, everybody. It's David here from Tarot Avenue, and today I just wanted to run through a tarot spread with you that I think could be a really great spread to use at any time of the year. It kind of references some of the stuff from my New Year tarot spread or my Year Ahead tarot spread. I'll put the link to that here. But this is just a little snippet when you're, and great tarot spread for you, or if you're reading for somebody else, and you just want to get a real overview as to where you are in life. But it's more about, for me, about giving you a bit of focus on what you need to do in each of those areas in life. So we'll just look at 5 different areas of your life. We'll look at your career. We'll look at finances. We'll look at love and relationships. We'll look at your friends, family, external influences. And then we also look at spirituality and well-being. So you can see through these 5 different elements, we get a really good overview of all the different aspects within your life. And as I say, it gives us a bit of a flavor. Yes, it shows us where we are, so you do get that check-in, but it also just gives us a little bit of a push in terms of what we need to do and what we need to focus on in each of those areas. So let's just run through that again. So here is the spread, and I will talk through and we'll do an example for you as well so that you can follow along. So the first card up the top there is career. Then the second card on the left is for finances. Then we have the love and relationships. Then we have friends and family, but I also like to think external influences. And then we have your spirituality and or well-being. Right, so let's have a look at this, and you'll see the cards that I have drawn. So this is just very much a hypothetical, it's not with anybody in mind, but I've just drawn the cards, and I just want to show you how simple this tarot spread can be, but how effective it can be, and really gives you that snapshot of where you are. And what I would encourage you to do as well, if you were doing this for yourself or others, it can just show those kind of flags where you maybe need to delve a bit further. So if there's an area that looks a little bit out of whack, you can then dig in with another tarot spread into that area and just work out what improvements you can make. So I always say that, when you're reading tarot, you kind of have to get your Sherlock Holmes on, and you're looking for all the information, all the clues to help you kind of reach that maximum potential in your life. So let's have a look through the cards and we'll see what we came up with here. So you will see the top card there that we've got. Well, let's just look overall before we start anything. So the first thing I'm noticing is that there is no major arcana. It's all minor arcana in there, which could be saying to me, life is kind of just ticking along. There's no big revelations here. There's nothing life-changing happening right now, but that can be a good thing. That's not always a bad thing at all. They're all upright, no reversals. Now, reversals are not particularly good or bad, but it's just something to note that they are all upright. We've got, out of the 5 cards, we've got 3 court cards. So this can show that there could be external influences playing a part in what we're going through at the moment. It could also show that there's just kind of different internal energies kind of battling for the different areas in our lives. But I think it's all, it could be either of those things, and it doesn't have to be either one exclusively. It can be both. But we'll dig into that. So let's have a look at the first card. So we've got for career, the Knight of Wands. Now, this is, I think, a lovely card in the career position, because if I'm thinking the Knight of Wands, he's passionate. He goes in and fights for what he believes in. He's got that red feather in there. This just shows to me that there's a certain kind of strength, but that there's an action as well. The red makes me think about action. That horse, look at it, it's kind of strong and ready to, you get the feeling like he's ready to take on the world. So in terms of, if I'm thinking about this, say it was for me, in terms of career, I would say this is a really good time to be charging ahead. It's not a time to just sit back and let things kind of play out around me. This is a time for me to take action, but it's also important for me to think about what I'm passionate about, what really drives me, what's my passion. And, I just feel with the horse there as well, it's like you don't necessarily have to do it on your own. So you might have to take other people or tools or skills or other kind of influences on this journey with you. Now, if you were looking at this card as an external influence, it might be maybe there's a Knight of Wands character that I need to look out for in my career. And, the Knight of Wands can be positive, but can be negative. So there can be a kind of real. A real kind of battle there almost, and a clash. However, my intuition is saying to me, and when I saw this, I just saw it in a really positive light, and it's all saying to me about action. It's time to channel that inner Knight of Wands and really kind of take control, take the lead in your own life, and find that new energy. So you can see you're getting quite a lot of information just from that one card. And you can imagine when we're pairing this with everything else, we're going to really get quite a lot out of this tarot spread. So let's look at the next one in terms of finances. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Interesting, because you would never kind of associate the Queen of Cups traditionally in the financial position. But I'm feeling in this, the Queen of Cups, there's a softness about her. There's a generosity, a kindness. There's a real kind of nurturing nature when it comes to the Queen of Wands. Very soft, very gentle, but still smart. Now, this would be saying to me in terms of finances, so maybe you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Sometimes when we, especially like tarot readers and people in the kind of spiritual world, as soon as we think about finances and money, it's like, we just get dragged down by the pentacles, and we get into we just associate it with being so cold, and it's not things that we particularly like to deal with. However, the Queen of Cups in here is saying to me, maybe you can find that balance. Maybe there can be a softness to it. Maybe the money that you're earning, or money that you have, or resources that you have, can be shared with others. It could also be about coming from that place of love with money as well, and just improving your own relationship with money as well. But this is just saying to me, overall, I'm getting a sense of it doesn't look like things are bad financially at all, but it's a sign of just don't get too serious about it. Just come from a heart place rather than that real kind of pentacle-y type place, and approach it with a bit of a softness. Of course, you have to be wise and you have to make smart decisions, but I think at this moment in time, you can just relax. Things are going to be good with the finances. And then we move over to the love and relationships, and we're getting the Four of Pentacles. Now, what's interesting, you'd probably expect these to be mixed, the other way around. The Four of Pentacles on the finance side and the Queen of Cups on the love and relationships. But it doesn't always work like that. So we have the Four of Pentacles in the love and relationship side. Now, what is this saying? So I think a four, when I think of the fours, they're very solid. They're very stable. Now, there is something a little bit cold there as well. Look at this chair that he's sitting on. Stone. It just feels a bit cold, a little bit guarded there. So I think that there's just some work to be done in the love stakes, the relationship stakes. Yes, things are going fine, and they're actually very stable, and that's of course a great place to be. However, sometimes you do need to inject a little bit of passion, fun, excitement, energy into the relationship, just to keep things fresh as well. Because there can be a danger that if you just get focused on stability and the building and the finances as well, he's holding that pentacle right over the heart. So there is a possibility that you can end up just cutting yourself off a little bit. I also feel that there is, when I look at this card, I get drawn to above him, that shape above. It almost looks like a keyhole to me. So it feels like maybe they're saving, maybe that this person's saving to buy a property, or maybe they're investing in property, something along those lines. However, and again, it looks like stable. However, this is in the relationship side, so don't let money come between you and your relationships, and try and keep the two separate. So I think it's the advice in this card would be, yes, come from that place of stability. However, just don't let that stand in the way of your relationships, and make sure that you can expose your heart and be a bit vulnerable, and maybe just let loose once in a while, because then things can really kind of hit their stride, and you can get that excitement back that's maybe been lost a little bit during this time. Okay, so moving on, we're moving to the friends and family, and we get the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, traditionally a card about grief, can be about sorrow. There's a real kind of sadness about this card, But when you look at it, there is potential. So it could be now there's a couple of things coming to mind for this when it comes for friends and family. Maybe there's been some fallout in a family. Maybe there's been some upset, some broken relationships there. But the problem that you have is you've got to be careful not to get stuck in that space of really pining for what you had before, and what you don't have, what's been lost. Because if you look at that card, there are two full cups there. So this is a card that's showing me there is still potential, but the only way you'll be able to see those full cups is if you just stop focusing on what's gone wrong. So many of us get into this space, and it's so easy, especially in the social media world and all those things that are available to us now. We look at other people's lives and we think, oh, they just have such a great life. I wish I had that. I wish I had that. And they're doing this, and they're on holiday, and they're sipping cocktails, and oh, their life's amazing. But of course, we all know that's not the reality. That's what's been presented to you on Facebook or Instagram or any of these other platforms. So you just have to be careful not to get into that comparisonitis space. And I think you need to come from that place of gratitude and just take a breath and take some time to think, well, what is great in my life? So having a look at your overall life and looking at the good stuff. And once you start to come from that place of gratitude, it's amazing how things can start to open up and old wounds can heal. So I would say, in terms of when looking at this for friends and family, just be careful not to compare yourself to others, but also not to get in that place where you just feel a bit stuck, and you're losing sight of what is great in your life, because there is still good stuff there. There's still good, strong relationships that you can focus on, and that will take you on this journey over the bridge and off to the castle, wherever you want to go. But we're moving, if we're thinking of the journey through the cups, we really want to move from that 5 to the 6, which is a place where we're much happier and much more kind of compassionate in a community. But we need to do a little bit of work there as well. So this is what tarot is all about. Sometimes it tells us the cold, hard truths, and it sometimes gives us a kick up the backside and tells us what we need to do to improve our lives and move to the next level. So there we go. That is the 5 of Cups in the friends and family. Then we get to the spirituality and or well-being. And we have the lovely Page of Cups. I love this card for this position because there's something so fresh about the Page of Cups. Totally heart-led. A lot of people think this little fish jumping out the cup is the intuition speaking. So this is saying your intuition is trying to get in touch with you, or you're trying to learn to get in touch with your intuition. So there's a real opportunity here for you to find, to start a new path, and this is, if we're looking at spirituality, this is lovely because it is about starting on a new path and just increasing those kind of intuitive skills, getting more in touch with your heart. Something very creative about this card as well. But there's a real learning opportunity here. Pages are all about fresh beginnings, and there's kind of opportunities for you to learn and explore something new and have a lot of fun in this kind of area as well. So yes, I think with that Page of Cups, it could be a great time to throw yourself into something new, maybe learn something new, maybe start a meditation practice, increase your yoga practice, maybe do more with your own tarot learning. All those things are going to help you. Maybe you want to do some kind of studies around intuition, some little exercises to help you get in touch with your intuition as well. So just let's look at it overall again. And I want to then what I always like to do is just pair the cards that are opposite each other. This is similar to what I do in the horseshoe spread as well. I always feel once we pair the cards together and we'll look at it as an overall, because remember, we are looking at the different aspects in your life, but this is kind of your life on a page or in the tarot deck. So let's look at it all together and see if we can find the story in between the two. So when we look at the Queen of Cups, it's opposite that Four of Pentacles. I feel there's real kind of opposing forces there. They're very different, The Queen of Cups, soft, flowing, intuitive, creative. Four of Pentacles, serious, stable, that square kind of 4 type energy. However, there's what I'm feeling from this when you look at them both is they can learn from each other, and it's interesting that they're on the opposite sides from what we'd expect, because maybe this queen needs to learn from this character in the four, and maybe the four needs to learn from the character in the queen. Like anything in life, is all about living your life in the center but finding that balance. So I think there's a lovely balance to be struck between the two of these, and it's a blending of those two different parts of your own personality and things that you're going through will help you get to that the sweet spot, as it were. And then we'll look at the two cards below. So we've got the Five of Cups and the Page of Cups, and this is interesting if we're looking at the story. So the Five of Cups, and we're looking at, there's the sadness there, there's the grief, there's the pining for what we don't have. However, you just feel like all of a sudden there's been this wake-up call, this spirituality, this awakening, spiritual awakening maybe, and you feel like the cloak has been shed, and all of a sudden this page, who was underneath the cloak and wearing the gloves and everything, has just grabbed one of those cups and is all of a sudden alive again. So it's like there's a chance for a rebirth. So you can look at it, could be that character from the Five of Cups that is turning into the Page of Cups, because he's had this experience where he's just realized that, oh my goodness, I've got an opportunity to do something great with my life. So there you have it. I think it's a really fun little spread, and I think that's a really nice little demonstration there. We've got good cards that have come up, and it can show you how it can work and how it could work for you. So don't forget to head over to tarotavenue.com/check-in for the full details on this spread. And also over there you can download, I've got a free book of tarot spreads that has all the classics and all different things that all the different tarot spreads that I love as well. And there's loads of other tips for reading tarot there as well. So it's been a pleasure to have you here, and I will see you for more tarot spreads soon. Take care. Bye.